Welcome back to the mouth of the Severn River, where the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races are taking their second swing at the first race of 2025. Hi, I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV. Joining me from behind the camera, as always, our producer, Bruce Nairn. I did hear that 2 Allberg 30s did get a race in, a makeshift race last week, when they waited for just enough breeze to have a little one of their own. Hats off to their patience. This week, we don't need to hold our breaths, though. The course is chosen, sail inventories are stacked and prepped, watch is set, flags are in hand, so let's jump into it. The wind gods granted us our favorite kind of start. It's a downwind start. Kites are flying. Dark Storm was a little bit early there, but managed to kill some time high. Everyone's starting at the pin. There's always a danger of starting low. You have a lot of boats trying to take your breeze.
Yeah, you just got to keep the giddy up on.
Wow, we've joined the action at the pin for ORC2, and Greg Lyons on QA2 has maybe timed this perfectly. He's run out of overlap on Mumbles.
That was good.
Oh, and Mumbles definitely gets a nice little jump there. Still no kite going up for QA2. There it goes. This class holds the J88s, the J109s.
Who was over
a lot
early?
Of big. They're just announcing that the J105s are next and that they're going to change the course. Ooh,
Nice
Mumble.
jump.
Yeah, with the far 30 with the symmetrical kite.
Like you're jumping the gun a bit early.
Yeah, Smoke and Oakham and Chessie were both at the pin with still a minute to go. Now we have 35 seconds.
But you know, you have to almost do that just to keep your air clear.
Right.
So this pack here is double.
There's still room at the pin, but do you want to be underneath all of those spinnakers? Mayhem's decided they want to be to windward of everybody. 15 seconds. They do have a wrap, though.
Oh, geez. Had all winter to get that sorted out.
There's the gun. Individual recall. Somebody was pushing it a little hard. Happy birthday to Jamie Martin sailing Dove. Moving to the inside course, the Harbor 20s are split into 2 different divisions, and Rich Weaver is leading on Swifty.
Easy for you to say.
With Jose Fuentes, formerly of the Etchells fleet, sailing Despacito in second. The breeze is shutting down in here, which doesn't mean good things for the outside course. We've caught up with ORC2 out in the bay, and the breeze has shifted about 75 degrees to the north. This is Gisela Shaughnessy's Spar 230 Swiss Miss, who is celebrating winning the Charles Dell Trophy, which is best performance in fleet on a Wednesday night. Mirage, the Lewis and Salveson Syndicate, is around in first, with Juggernaut very close on their heels. Ray Wolf is rounding on Patriot, with Bauman Jamie Gilman getting a kite ready for a potential set on the way back in.
It's not happening.
It's a little too tight. Certainly is an unusual turn of events, Bruce, having a very tight reach in both directions. When does that happen?
Not that often. Great night, as it turns out.
There's still so much strategy involved, though. For a while, their stacked deck looked like they were launched, but the low road goes to black sheep. The current is also ripping in, so as soon as they turn this mark, they'll be sucked right on home. Speaking of flying home, Ed Hartman's Mamselle, former Commodore, kite up, found the right angle to send it home.
They're flying. Who would have guessed it was going to be this good of a breeze, Ashley?
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't bet against it ever. The J30 fleet, another one of our largest one design fleets out here, has no stranger to the front, leading the way, Doug Wallop on Cannonball 2. The very sparkly, the very brand new sonar fleet that belongs to the Annapolis Yacht Club has members chartering them every Wednesday. There's 10 of them registered, but tonight Chris Bell is leading on 14. Where Egos Dare must have been racing Wednesday nights forever, as long as I can remember.
They used to always have all red cruise shirts. They kind of lost the dress code, which is a bitter disappointment for me.
Maybe they'll get it together next week.
Ronan.
Yes, the Cal 25s and the Albert 30s share one of the final starts of the evening, right ahead of the Woodwinds.
I think Skybird might have done the first Wednesday night race.
They are the longest running fleet out here for sure.
You should look into that.
Double handing it tonight. That's a good look. Bruce, it takes a whole army to run these races.
It's a lot of work.
Here's one of our mighty mark boats bringing in the starting pin. Dark Storm will be the first boat crossing around 1SC, while a Herrschaft 12.5 makes their way back out after their finish. Bruce, how often do we get kites at the start and in the mooring field?
Not too often.
This is a great way to start the year. April to mix it up. Mirage had a good solid lead, then Patriot and Juggernaut start creeping in, but it was all about finding the right way through the mooring field. Do you go high? Do you go low? But that can send you right back into the fleet. One final jibe for Mirage, but the battle for second place is still tight. Crescendo stayed out of the fray and passed about 5 boats. Great job to Mirage and Patriot taking the dock road. The old adage, good things come to those who wait, certainly came true tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you join us every Wednesday from here through August. We know you're watching from all over the world, and we're really grateful. Thank you, Bruce Nairn. Thank you to the Annapolis Yacht Club. Of course, the Boatyard Bar and Grill for the film boat. For T2P TV, I'm Ashley Love.